conversation. How concerned should we be, being that you have a sense of history that we've always been kind of at loggerheads?
Oh, we've been at loggerheads many times, from the Civil War to the Vietnam and Watergate periods, and we tend to come together, and we often do it when there's a big birthday. After, I'm old enough, you're not, to remember Vietnam, Watergate, but then coming together for the bicentennial when Gerald Ford brought us together. So I wrote this book, The Greatest Sentence Ever Written, to talk about the Declaration of Independence and say, hey, how about for the birthday year, the 250th, we try to hang together a bit more.
I really hope we should, and I think one of the great things is if you learn about our history, not Democrat or Republican history, you should take great pride in it.
You know, you have the show is One Nation. That should be a mantra.
Well, thank you very much. Let's hope they adopt it. The problem is, the biggest challenge is social media. They say, for example, that 20% of all U.S. adults and most kids now get most of their news from TikTok. And then you have 25% that get it from Instagram, and they're getting it in bites. Is that a greater challenge than we've ever dealt with?
It's one of the biggest challenges we deal with now. It's the algorithms. I'm glad you said that part, because what happens is people say outrageous things, but then the algorithm amplifies it. It says, okay, I've clicked on Brian, Kilmeade's X feed and said this. It says, okay, let me take you further down that rabbit hole. Or I click on AOC and it takes you. That is meant to divide us, and we have to overcome that social media division.
Right. I think we're so much better off than the era of the pandemic and the George Floyd riots. I think we're coming together more.
Yeah.
Pride in America seems to be dipping just a little bit. Take a look at this. In 2004, when we asked, the number of Democrats who declared themselves extremely or very proud to be an American, in 2004, 88%, 13, 85%. It drops in 2022 to 65%, and now in 2025, 36%. How do you tackle that?
Well, first of all, I'm not sure all these polls are, I always felt it's weird, these type of polls. Let's just know our neighbors.
Do you think it's right?
No, I think if I look around all the people I interact with, and not just me as a focus group, but I'm from New Orleans, all the people, in a community level, we feel we're one nation. And by the way, if you read the Declaration, I hope people keep reading it this coming year, you're proud to be an American.
So here's the sentence. Are you ready? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Why is that the greatest sentence ever written, as you do it forensically and talk about how it was built?
It was the aspiration. It's a mission statement. We were creating, I write about innovators all the time, from Steve Jobs to Elon Musk. This is the greatest innovation of that time. A government based on individual rights, but we come together in a social contract, find common ground, so that we can have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
In just 80 pages, you bring me up close and personal with the people, with the quotes. So Jefferson's told, okay, you write the Declaration of Independence, do the first draft. They come back, and the other guys are just tearing it up, reading it, crossing this out, putting it in, and he's sitting there depressed. And who comes over to him and makes him feel better?
Benjamin Franklin. He says, yeah, when I was a printer in Philadelphia, somebody wanted a sign for hats and all these words, and soon everybody was editing, and the guy finally says, all right, just give me a picture of a hat. But the point was, this committee of Jefferson, Adams, and Franklin, they go through 4 drafts of the We Hold These Truths to Be Self-Evident, and they make it into this beautiful sentence. And if we all, not just memorize it, but appreciate it, we'll do better for our 250.
And you know why, Walter, in my humble opinion, is because not everybody has it, even to this day. And at that point, almost no one in the world had it. A pursuit of happiness? No, you lived and died at the position you were in. Royalty had it all, and you had no shot. That's why this country means so much more to the world than just to us.
And that's the American dream. Not only do you have a shot, but your kids will have more of an opportunity. We have to protect that, because some of that's being lost.
So you've written about some of the smartest people in the world, ever. Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. Who am I forgetting?
Jennifer Doudna.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
And, okay, out of all them, if I had to rank them, give me your top 3.
Well,
intellect, intelligence.
You'd have to say Einstein. There is nobody who could think out of the box better than he did. But it's not just intelligence. Smart people, there are a lot of them. You need to be wise. See, what Benjamin Franklin did in bringing these people together to craft that greatest sentence ever written in the Declaration of Independence is say, he loved science. He loved Newton. How do we balance competing values? So that's wisdom, which is more important than just intelligence.
Right, and he was always learning. You know, he's always learning.
Like a sponge, you know.
Yeah, and he played such a role in this, and that's why he had the right people at the right time to write the greatest sentence.
And the right
in the Declaration.
team, which is what matters.
And that's what you chronicle in about 80 pages. It's amazing what you pack in.
Shorter than your book.
Absolutely. But I tell you, more impactful are yours. Walter Isaacson, thanks so much.
Brian, it's always good to be with you.
Absolutely. Hope we do it again. Next. No